Before we go any further, I want to take a step back and answer a very important question. What exactly is YNAB? Well, YNAB stands for You Need a Budget. And at its core, YNAB is not just an app. It's a budgeting method. Unlike traditional budgeting, where you guess how much money you'll make and plan around that, YNAB is built around one simple idea. You only budget the money you actually have right now. You see, every dollar you currently have is given a specific job. And that job might be paying bills. It might be covering groceries or saving for future expenses or even spending on fun. But no dollar is left without a purpose. YNAB also focuses heavily on planning for real life. Things like car repairs, yearly expenses, and even the unexpected costs that come up. But they're not surprises now. No, they're expected. You see, YNAB helps you prepare for them ahead of time so they don't throw your budget into chaos. The goal of YNAB isn't restriction, but clarity. It's confidence, and it's knowing that your money is working for you instead of wondering where it all went at the end of the month. In this episode, I'm going to break down what YNAB is and how it's different from traditional budgeting and why this approach works so well, especially if you struggled with budgeting in the past. So here we are inside of YNAB. And if you watched my last episode on category groups, we kind of showed you just a little bit about how you can create categories inside of category groups and why that's important. But I want to explain a little bit about the screen we're looking at. When money comes in, it usually comes into our checking account. And as you see here in this demo account, I don't have any checking account set up. So let's go ahead and set one up real quick. So when you hit Add Account, you can select your bank from a list of banks, or maybe your bank ain't listed here and you can type it in. But for this demonstration, I'm just going to do an unlinked account. And all that means is it's not linked to my checking account, and it's not going to automatically download the transactions. But this is just a demo account, so I just want to show you what I'm talking about as far as creating a checking account in here, just for simplicity. So I select checking, select what my balance is, and I hit next, and then done. So now I've got me a account here, a checking account, and I have in the checking account $10,000. And that's what happens when you create your account. And you can put in your starting balance, whatever your bank says it is right now. You put that in there. Okay. And now when you look back at the plan, you'll see I have $10,000. Right? But look what happens when I put in my savings account right at the bank. So we type that in here, put in savings, and maybe I have $5,000 in my savings. Well, I hit next and then done, and so I got $5,000 in there, right? Well, if I look back at the plan, you see it has $15,000. So it's taken the $10,000 I have in my checking account and the $5,000 I have in my savings account and combine those. Because you see, in YNAB, every dollar has a job. That's every dollar that's in your bank account, whether that's checking or savings. And YNAB's philosophy, or at least as far as I consider their philosophy, is that it doesn't really matter how many checking accounts you have or how many savings accounts you have. They want to combine that into one lump sum so you know what each dollar is doing. Because a lot of us, and I know I used to do this a long time ago, I would have a savings account and I'd be throwing a bunch of money in there, and it was basically an emergency fund, and just in case, my car broke down or I needed to buy a new car, or maybe my TV got broke and I needed to buy a new TV or whatever. But I never really knew what I was going to spend that money. It was just a catch-all. Just in case something happened, I would take out of there, right? But it really didn't have a job. Not like my checking account. My checking account had a job. Basically, it would be mainly for rent and electric and stuff like that, right? Stuff that you would do on your normal day, right? Or normal month. Well, YNAB believes that every dollar needs to have a job, so it needs all be accounted for. So when those things come up, you're not wondering, well, that savings account was I saving that for a car? Now I got this AC that just went out and I need to buy a new AC and that's going to cost $5,000. I mean, oh my goodness, what was I saving? And you forget sometimes. I know I forgot what I was putting in that savings for. Maybe I had several things I was saving for in there. And now I don't really know. So the cool thing about YNAB is you really don't even need that savings account. To be honest with you. At my bank account, because you don't really make that much interest off of savings. I mean, not really. And so I don't even have a savings account anymore. I do have 2 checking accounts though, because I am paranoid. I have one checking account at one bank and one checking account at another bank. But all the dollar bills are accounted for in YNAB, and they all have a job. They all have a duty that they are doing. And so you could just have one checking account. I just like to have 2 at 2 different banks. Main reason for is if for whatever reason one bank gets hacked and all my money taken, I'm not without money in another bank to pay bills. It's the only reason why I have 2 different accounts. And I do highly suggest that you do such, but that's up to you. But with YNAB, you don't really need a savings account to save your money for things that are coming up, because that's what the plan is. It saves everything. Well, it doesn't save it. Actually, it's a plan for the money you have in your account. So you just have one account, one checking account, basically. So, basically, YNAB helps you decide what your dollar is going to do. And when you see this up here, the $15,000, I can assign it to each one of these categories. And I can create what's called targets. Maybe my electric bill for the month is around $200. And we'll go into targets at a later date, but I just want to kind of show you real quick how this can help. Maybe my mortgage is $1,000. And see, when you set up your categories, you want to kind of go through and figure out how much money you're spending on each of your categories, right? Maybe this is only a yearly amount, right? Maybe you're spending $100 on your auto registration, which I hope you don't. I think it's more like $50 probably. And you want to save it by, let's say we want to save it by November or August. Yeah, we'll just pick a date. There we go. Sounds good. So as you see now, it's only going to put aside $5 for that. Household goods. Maybe your household goods are around $200 a month, right? Maybe your groceries are $800 a month, right? And the cool thing about YNAB now is that I can go ahead and, as you see, it's underfunded by $2,200, so I can hit underfunded, hit assign, and it took from this amount and assigned it for that month for these categories, so that every dollar has a job. So, of course, in other episodes, we'll have a more complete picture of different category groups so you can see how your money can be spread out through all these different categories so you know what each dollar is doing. So stay tuned for our next episode coming up later. I hope you all enjoyed this like always. And if you did, make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. If you want to see more of these YNAB videos or maybe some of my other videos on this channel. And if you have any comments, feel free to put some comments down there in the comments section. And so until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.